What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto. We're going to talk about Bitcoin today. We're going to look at the charts today, too. If you've never seen me before and you want to keep seeing content that I put out, please like the video and subscribe. I try to make videos every single day. I've been out for a while, but I've been making videos regularly again. And, anyways, without any further ado, let's just get into it. A little background on how long I've been in the markets. I've been involved with Bitcoin since it was below $300. I've been doing technical analysis since about 2017, 2018. So I'm still new to this, but I've got some years, of experience with this for sure. I guess technically 6 years of experience. I'm not by any means a professional. I'm not by any means an expert, but I do have some experience, and I like to think I know what I'm talking about, as I'm sure any technical analyst would. So let's just without any further ado, let's get into the charts. I've got the ribbon pulled up here. We type in Bitcoin BTC USD on TradingView. Go to the index because we're going to be looking at things back. I'm going to change the charts in a second, but got the monthly ribbon here. If you go to templates right here, MAXP, there we go. I'm going to make the volume a little bit more visible before we get going here. A little bit more visible. Let's see. There we go. Okay, cool. So you can see it. We're not going to look at the volume on this chart. We'll switch charts for that. But for right now, this chart has more historical data. I want to point out that this yellow line, that the ribbon on the monthly scale, because that's what we're on the monthly, has never crossed any other line ever. It came close here, but there's a little gap there. It didn't cross before. It hasn't crossed after, up until it got close here again, but it's never crossed until this bear market. And the ribbon itself hasn't crossed, but the yellow line, the 20 MA, has crossed below the 25 MA. That's not a bullish thing. That's not a bearish thing. If anything, this monthly ribbon is still in a bullish posturing, without a doubt. But this is different. This is something different. We've never had that happen before in the, since 2009, 2008 that Bitcoin existed. This is a first, for sure. And I think that that's something to note. Like I said, it's not a bullish thing. It's not a bearish thing. Bullishly, you don't want to see it come down. That means price has been going down, obviously. But it's not bearish. The ribbon is still in a bullish posturing, without a doubt. Yeah. Having this month close below this yellow line, I don't think would be a good thing, but I don't think that means that in the long term Bitcoin's in any trouble. Honestly, I think Bitcoin will be totally fine. But on the weekly time frame, we're looking at the weekly. The ribbon is on the bearish side. It's on the bearish side. And it is coming up. We do have bullish things happening, but technically right now this is a bearish posturing. Until the yellow line gets above the red line, we are in a bearish posturing. It's, that's just how it is. The price came into the ribbon, came down out of the ribbon, but we found support on it, came above the ribbon, and we found support on it again, and now we're up above it still. Good things from a price action standpoint, definitely good things. What you want to see to maintain this bullish kind of storyline, this bullish position here, you want to have the price above the ribbon long enough for this yellow line to flip, for it to have a bullish cross. That's what you want. You want to have that. If price closes below this yellow line, not below the ribbon, not below the red line, but below the yellow line specifically, if price closes below that line, or we get a candle that opens and closes below it, to me that would be a very bad sign. And I think that it would be indicative that we would at least come back and revisit this low here or somewhere around this area, maybe a higher low, maybe a lower low. I would honestly think, though, that it would be more indicative, especially on a weekly scale, something this significant would be indicative that we're going to go lower than this low at 15,500, the current bear market low. I do believe we're in a bear market, so a lot of people would say that we're not, so a lot of people would say that we are. The last time we had a contraction was when Bitcoin was on a bullish trajectory, and we contracted. It came down below the ribbon here, but it's contracting, came back above the ribbon, it got above the yellow line, it closed just above the yellow line, it opened and closed above the yellow line, and that was a good signal that we went all the way back from down here. We went all the way back to this high and then some. We went slightly higher. We have a more contracted position in the ribbon right now. It's a bearish contraction, though. And if price goes below, just as price went above here, I would think that would be indicative that we are going to go lower, just a little bit lower, Just like here, we went a little bit higher, and we don't have to. It could go this low. It could be a higher low, but we are definitely going to go lower. I think at least to around the $20,000 level, but ultimately I do think we're going to go below the $15,500 level if this yellow line cannot hold, especially if we get an opening and a closing candle below it. So that's the weekly. Looking on the daily, even with all those bearish things going on in the price right now, the weekly is in a bearish posturing. The ball is in the bear's court. The bulls are gaining momentum. You can see it. They are definitely gaining momentum. We have a bullish cross coming in here. But it is still in the bear's court. We go to the daily, and what just happened the other day, a few days ago, was we had a bearish cross. So this yellow line actually crossed. It's not just crossing, it crossed below the lowest MA here, and this is a bearish cross. We had price once here, twice here, and 3 times reject this ribbon, maintaining price below the ribbon. This is not a good thing. This is not a good thing. And I'll show you how not of a good thing it was. This isn't just a contraction. Now, to be fair, this could be a false cross if price can get above the ribbon. Ideally above the yellow line, but I mean, like, truthfully, below above the yellow line would be enough, I guess, but you'd want to see it get above the ribbon, just like it was over here. We had a contraction here, it didn't cross, and that's the difference. This cross, it's been like 3 days, 4 days now that it's been crossed. This is not a good look. And it's had multiple points of rejection on the ribbon. It's really not a good look. There's no volume coming in. This chart really isn't a good chart to go off of volume. We'll look at a different chart later, but we had a bullish cross here on the daily, and this was really good. We went from 15,500 at a low all the way up to 31,000 at a high after this bullish cross. The last time we had a bearish cross, these are contractions, right? Contractions. The last time we had a bearish cross, I keep saying contractions, it reminds me of like giving birth. Not that I've done that, but I've just, I have a daughter. Anyways, a bearish cross right here on the 16th of April in 2022, we were at a high of $43,000, and that sent us all the way down. This was the last bearish cross we had, okay? Right here. And I just want to like zoom in a little bit, look at it, right? We had a bearish cross. It happened down here. Price pumped up into it, but it didn't maintain prices above it. It actually rejected the ribbon, and it sent us all the way down to the current lows of $15,500. We are having our first bearish cross on the daily time frame since April of 2022. And I don't think it's a good thing. It has happened. The cross has happened. It can be invalidated. We would need to get above 27,600, which isn't far. Bitcoin can do that in an hour. It can do well above that in an hour. It can do some magnificent things. It can also drop more. And I think really what would be further confirmation, other than the fact that we've rejected once, twice, 3 times, other than the fact that we've rejected the ribbon 3 times, it has crossed. If there's any hope at all for the bulls, we need to hold this level down here at about 26.7, where we get our daily closes coming in. And if we can't, if price does close lower than this, I think it is indicative that this is a bearish cross. I think it's already safe to say that this is a bearish cross, but things can happen very quickly. And this is not a good look for Bitcoin. And if we go to the 4-hour, we are in a bearish posturing as well. So that's the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour are all bearishly postured on the ribbon. The 4-hour, like the weekly, is coming up. It is crossing into itself. The price is above it, but to be fair, we're looking like we want to go lower. And this is where I want to pull up a different chart. I want to pull up BTC USDT on Binance. Binance is the biggest crypto exchange in the world. They see the most volume. On the USDT chart, you're going to find the most volume there. And I want to talk about volume. So this is why we're on this chart now. I used the other chart before for historical references. It has the most historical data. This has the most, in my opinion, the most accurate volume data. We're going to go back to the weekly. If we look at when we bottomed, we're bottoming, right? We're bottoming. We had a spike in volume, a lot of volume back here. As we're coming out of this low and we're gaining price, volume is building. It's higher levels of volume, right? This is a good thing. What's not good is after this week, after this last significant pump, which was in March of this year, we have seen a dramatic decline in volume. We are experiencing currently some of the lowest volume that we've experienced all year. Some of the lowest volume that we've experienced in like a year and a half, man. Honestly, it's like some of the lowest volume, and that's not good when you see bullish price action. You want to see follow through with volume. You definitely do. Um, and at least, even if it's not increasing, at least something. This is just abysmal, though. On the biggest exchange in crypto, this is not what you want to see. To be fair, the price is above, but the volume is not reflecting good things. We go to the daily, same thing. It's just abysmal, man. Like the current levels. Let's get into it. Let's just really get into it. The current levels of volume. I mean, man, there's a handful. You can see it. All these bars are above that dotted line. There are a handful of days. I can count them right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll say 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days since March that have had lower volume than this. And what's sad about that is we're up here and we're losing momentum and we have a bearish cross. This is not good. A lot of people today were bullish because earlier today, or I guess not today, earlier yesterday, in yesterday's candle, we had this little pump which sent us above the ribbon, which is making the ribbon start to cross. It hasn't crossed yet. It's getting close. It is getting close. Don't get me wrong. But what makes me hesitant about this is we are contracting. If the price gets below this yellow line, just like I was saying about the other time frames, it would be indicative that the price is going to go down lower. This ribbon is like a spring. You compress it, you contract it, it gets compressed. When it expands, price is going to, and then if it crosses, you're going to get that expansion to the other side, So it's compressing right now. If this crosses, we'll get that same kind of expansion, but to the upside. Ideally, that's the idea. It doesn't have to do anything. Price doesn't have to do anything. This is just the idea behind the indicator. This is how you would use it when you're looking at it like this. Bitcoin could just move sideways for 10 years. It's probably not going to happen, but it doesn't have to do anything just because this ribbon's doing anything. It's more of just an idea. This is what statistically and historically we've seen the ribbon kind of communicate to us through price action. Anyways, everyone was really excited about this pump. A lot of people are bullish on this pump. It's a nice pump. We pumped, it was a 2% pump. So I guess it's not really that nice of a pump. The volume is lackluster volume. We had more volume on the dump, and I mean, truthfully, like we had more volume here on this like weird candle here, and we got all this body for that lackluster volume on the biggest exchange in crypto. Not only that, but if we look at it, we really look at it, all this is a lower high. This high right here, you can barely see it. It's barely lower. It's basically a double, that is a double top, but it is lower. It is a lower high. After a lower high. After another lower high. You know what I mean? Like it's just lower highs on lower highs. And everyone was really bullish on this. And I don't understand why. We have a bearish postured ribbon, which don't get me wrong, it could go up. It's looking good, but we rejected this kind of area already. We have no volume, no follow through at all. We've already given like half of this ribbon or half of this candle back, with arguably more volume, not in one candle, but more volume coming down than we did coming up. And we have a lower high. Like it's just, to me, this is nothing to be excited about. We haven't done anything to be excited about yet. And maybe this line 27.5, maybe that's the line to watch. I don't know. And that's kind of all I want to talk about on the charts for now. I want to get into some other stuff. I want to get into like the social media aspect of Bitcoin. I want to go over some stuff. I've got my Twitter pulled up here, right? I just refreshed it. This was 52 minutes ago. Kevin Svensson, by the way, he's a great technical analyst. I think he's a good person. I think he's really smart. He's pretty good. If you don't follow him, you should follow him. He's a good resource in my opinion to have, and he keeps things like simple, basic, but he's got his eyes on a lot of things that actually matter, and he's just very accurate in a lot of his calls. And something that I've seen him say, and not just him, but I've seen a lot of people on Twitter and on YouTube say that everybody is bearish, that everyone's bearish, and this is making them bullish. And I can also I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I don't think that everyone's bearish right now. I think everyone's bullish, and we're going to go through this together. We're going to keep a track of this together. I know why everyone's bullish. It's because right now, as of April, Bitcoin is literally, I guess, when's April? May, April. As of April, right? Bitcoin is a year away from its halving. Any time in history that Bitcoin has been a year away from its halving, that has marked the bottom. That has marked the beginning of the next bull cycle. That doesn't mean that it's straight off to the races, but that does mean it's the end of the bear cycle. Every single instance of being 1 year out from the halving has marked the end of the bear cycle, the beginning of the bull cycle. And a lot of people are bullish, in my opinion, because of this. And it's a good reason, a good reason to be bullish. Every single instance in Bitcoin's history that we've had this kind of thing happen, a year out or even further out from a year, we have marked the end of the bear market. But we're experiencing different things. We're experiencing different things. This isn't the monthly crossing below the 20 MA EMA crossing below the 25. That's the first time that's ever happened on Bitcoin's chart ever. And that's not the only thing. That's not the only first. There's a lot of firsts that are happening right now for Bitcoin. But I'm not going to get into that. I already made a video. My last video was all about first. I can make another video about it. But this video, I really want to get into the meat and potatoes of the ribbon, the EMA ribbon, which I feel like I've already done. I've given you my opinion on that, and now I want to get into the meat and potatoes of the of the social medias. If you're not on Twitter and you're in crypto, what are you doing, man? Get on Twitter. Start a Twitter account just for crypto. Follow a bunch of big Twitter crypto accounts. They call it CT, crypto Twitter, CT. I guess that's CT, crypto Twitter. And it's a great resource, man. It really is. There's a lot of degenerates on here, a lot of people who are funny, a lot of people who don't know what they're talking about, and there are some people who do know what they're talking about. And I think it's a good resource to just kind of gauge the overall feelings of the market. I don't know, the sentiment. That's the word I'm looking for. So I want to keep a tally. Okay, I want to keep a tally. Kevin Svensson and a bunch of other people are saying that everybody's bearish right now. Let's keep a tally of this. Before we get started, actually, let's go to crypto, fear and greed index. This kind of measures sentiment through social media and through price action and stuff, through selling and buying, blah blah blah. Right now we're neutral. We're neutral. Yesterday, last month, we were a little bit higher, but if anything, we're neutral. We're not bearish. We're not greedy. We're neutral. But that's not always accurate. It's not the best thing to gauge off of, but sometimes it can be. But I'm just throwing that out there to say I don't think everybody's bearish. Maybe I'm in my own echo chamber, but we're going to go through it together right now. Bullish. Kevin Svensson's definitely bullish. MACD lines are crossing with bullish divergence showing on histogram. This is bullish. He's saying that this is bullish. So 1 bull, 0 bear. How do you like it? No. Okay, so we're going to go through my my Twitter here. So not all of it's going to be relevant, but looks like new all-time high is on the way. Slum Doge Millionaire. I really don't like this guy. I really don't like him at all. I think he's kind of a piece of shit. But he made a lot of money in crypto. He brags about buying Doge above a penny. I bought Doge below a penny. I don't brag about it, man. And he brags about it even though he rode it all the way up and rode it all the way down. And he gives crap to people who are doing the same thing with Pepe, with other coins. And it's like, man, it's just hypocritical. You can't judge people for the same stuff that you've done. Like, you can give them advice, sure. You can tell them where you went wrong, but he doesn't come from that approach. He just he thinks that he's all knowing or acts like he's all knowing. I don't know. I don't like him. I do follow him though. I don't let that deter me from seeing a big account and seeing what they say. He is bullish right now on Grumpy Cat, what the hell ever that is. And it's got a breakout. I'm sure it's doing pumps. I'm sure it's gaining price, whatever. But he's bullish right now on crypto. You're not going to be bullish on altcoins without being bullish on Bitcoin too. So I'm going to say that's 2 bulls, 0 bears right there. This guy made a coin that's going to $10,000 a year. You can still buy it at $18,000. Oh, 1800. He's talking about Ethereum, so that's bullish. That's 3 bulls, 0 bear. And I'm not going to use the same accounts. I'm not going to use the same accounts again. So if we see multiple bullish things from other accounts, we're not going to count that. Or from the same account, we're not going to count that. If the U.S. defaults on their debt, would you rather be in Bitcoin or USD? So I don't know what to make of that. I guess we're not going to say that's bullish or bearish. Reminder: don't do this. Yeah. Keep it simple, man. You don't need a whole lot of noise on your charts. If you can't, if someone else can't make sense of it, if you can't explain it and someone else makes sense of it who has no idea what's going on, take away some noise, man. You don't need all that. Are you guys actually serious? What the heck is wrong with you people? If FTX2 were to be launched, would you use it? I don't know if that's bullish or bearish either. Um, Let's see. Imagine Bitcoin pumps to 30K. Just imagine. I'm going to count that as bullish. That's 3 bullish, 0 bearish, right? Bitcoin is open source code that doesn't ever care about politics, cause, blah, blah. I don't know what to make of that. It's not bullish or bearish. He's just stating facts. ETH breaking, bullish. I think that's 4 bullish, 0 bearish. I'm going to keep going through. Jim Cramer is bearish on Bitcoin. If you're in crypto, if you're on CT, you know that is a bullish statement. So bullish, 0 bearish, and because Jim Cramer is he's the anti guy, and the fact that Jim Cramer is bearish makes me a little bit concerned to be bearish right now. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. Let's see. Show this thread. Let's see if this is a. I mean, I don't see a link or anything that says that. He's openly hated Bitcoin though for a while, so whatever. I think that was 5 bullish, 0 bearish. We already had this guy being bullish, so I'm not really going to count that. This is just facts. That's not a bullish or bearish statement. I'm saying, I don't know if that's a fact. That's just an opinion there. Bitcoin reclaims of deviation beneath blah blah blah. He's bullish, so that's 6 bulls to 0 bears. Let's see. I see $25,000 Bitcoin. Okay, we got a bearish one. 6 bulls to 1 bear. Here we go. Profit blue. No blue check mark, so he's a nobody. And, just like me, whatever. I'm not a nobody. He's not a nobody, but I mean as far as like followers go, you know what I mean? 6 to 1. So let's see what else we got. These aren't all people that I'm following either. This is my For You page so that we can just see what the general sentiment is. I'd say that that's bullish, but we're not going to count it. It's more just facts. Man, freaking Nikola Jokic, man. Not an NBA post, but he's a G, man. I'm glad that he's on the Nuggets. Let's see. Thing called trading. The market always money as many people. Remember, the market is designed to take as much money away from as many people as much of the time as possible. Remember that. He's just basically saying what I'm trying to say now. Most people are bullish. We got 6 to 1. Do most people stand to lose money if price goes down, or most people stand to lose money if price goes up? I would say most people stand to lose money if price goes down, as far as what we're going right now. Which is an all-time high for Dogecoin. Hey, that's cool. I want to say that that's bullish. I think that that's a bullish statement there. That is a fact. So I'm going to count that 7 to 1. We can say it's not a bullish one. Whatever. We can nitpick it. Perhaps one more shakeout break and then thrust higher. But hey, that's just a guess. Guessing is the best. So this guy's projecting. He's like shakeout break. He thinks we go a little higher or a little lower and then off to the races. So this is a bearish first, but a bullish. He's bullish is what he's saying. So that is 7 to 1. 7 to 1. CT's sentiment feels too bearish for the current chart. So that is 8. He's bullish. He's saying CT sentiment is too bearish for the current chart. That's 8 bulls to 1. And CT sentiment is too bearish. I mean, maybe it's just me, man. Maybe it's just my Twitter. I don't know. That's 8 to 1 though. Let's see. Some complain that Bitcoin can't be used for payments. Guess what? Bitcoin was used to pay pizza as early as 13 years ago. By the way, Lalo's Pizza Day today, or I guess it was yesterday. man, that might be one of the most historical moments in the history of human existence. Like truly, might be one of the most historical moments, and we don't celebrate it. Like it really should be an international holiday. At least in the financial world too. But like it's a big deal, man. It's not the most significant day. I'm not saying that, but it is one of the most significant days. It's the first time Bitcoin was used to purchase real world goods. The first time that a revolutionary financial vehicle was used to purchase real world goods. I think it's really significant. The financial vehicle that's going to change the way that we do finances, and just solve a lot of corrupt things. Hopefully, that's the goal of crypto. If you're in crypto, you know what I'm talking about. So let's see, make crypto less embarrassing again. We're at 8-1 right now. BTC Weekly. Hey, this guy's using the ribbon right now. This is what massive support looks like. I agree. This is what massive support looks like. So even if BTC manages to sneak a bit lower, the bears will have a difficult time trying to break this banding. I agree. It's not going to be easy. It's holding support now. But if it does break, the bulls are not going to have an easy time breaking above it either. He's bullish. This is what this is. That's 9-1 bullish. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. That's just facts. That's all that is. Yeah, 9-1 facts. Bitcoin has a higher market cap than Mastercard. That's a good fact to know. Let's see. Lark. I like Lark Davis. He's a good one to follow too. Let's see. We already looked at. Yeah, we already looked at Ash Crypto. Are you currently in the short term bullish or bearish on Bitcoin? I know he's bullish. This isn't a bullish comment, but I know he's bullish. Let's just click on him. Do not get trapped. This is the perfect setup, and you need to see it. Bitcoin, do not. Let's see. I know he's bullish. Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin to 25,000. Okay, so he's bearish. 7 hours ago. That's switched. He's bearish now. Crypto over tends to be wrong, so damn, that's not good. So we got 9-2, 9 bulls to 2 bears. Let's see here. Keep on going. Bitcoin, the moment when the blue line, blah blah blah. Blue, when blue line equals 0 EMA price. I don't know. I think he's saying that this is bullish. Yeah, he said bottom 20, so he's saying this is bullish. That's 10-2. Bitcoin bullish flag target of 34. So there we go. Yeah, it's 11-2. Bitcoin is for hodling. That's a fact. We're not going to count that. 11-2 still. Let's see. Bullish crossover on the. There we go. That is a 12-2. Lark Davis is bullish. This guy's bearish. If the daily closes below 26.3, the next support is there. So that's 12-3. Hope everyone had a great Bitcoin pizza day. Let's see. Looks like price is still trading within the band and sloppy on the MACD. The price line short-term sideline anticipating the breakout. Short term, he's on the sideline, anticipating the breakout. It looks like he wants to call for a bearish move, but ultimately he's bullish. I don't know. And he's got the Mikey Crypto Bull. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. We're gonna just keep it at 12-3. Bull market is back, but we already got that guy. Buying the dip, but the U.S. government is about to. So there we go. That's 13-3. My 401k, blah 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 blah. 13-3. I might just stop doing it. Buying now costs 45% more than renting on a monthly basis, and before it's putting down 20% buy a house, how can the average American afford to buy? Yeah, sorry. I thought he was talking about Bitcoin, but that's not what he's talking about. Bitcoin has been moving along an ascending channel. It looks like he's bullish. So that's 14-3. Ash Crypto is really bullish, man. 14-3. I'm going to stop after this next one. We're just going to end it there. If it's bullish or bearish, whatever. Yeah, maybe we're not going to get another one. All right, so that's basically it. 14-3. Yeah, let's see. 14. I want to find one more. Reminder, Bitcoin is still in an early bull market. Okay. Bullish. 15-3. We got a 5-1 ratio of Bitcoin bulls to Bitcoin bears. And everybody's saying that Bitcoin, that everyone's bearish on Bitcoin right now. And we just went through it. You just saw me do it. If you stuck with me on this, I know that might have been a little difficult, but you just saw me do it. I proved it, literally proved it. 15-3, 5-1 ratio, bulls to bears. Most people are bullish right now. And I want to quote back that guy that quoted, I don't even remember his name, but he quoted it. The markets are designed to take the most money from the most people most of the time. Most people right now are bullish. That means for the market to take most of their money, it would have to go down. And that's just most of the time. The market doesn't have to go down. It can go up. I could be wrong, but I wanted to point this out because if you follow any of the people that I've talked about, or if you follow people who I don't talk about, and they're saying that Bitcoin is bullish, but everyone's bearish, I don't think that that's true at all. It is bearish. It is bearish. The daily is in a bearish posturing. It just crossed. The last time we did this, we went from 43,000 to 15,500. The 4-hour is in a bearish posture. It is trying to cross up, but off of this, the only reason it's trying to cross up is because of this pump we got with no volume. It was a less than 2% pump, only to send us to lower highs and with no volume coming in. In fact, I would say most volume actually came in after the fact. Let's just look and see where all this volume is. Yeah, most of the volume came in up here after the fact. For sure. Selling. Let's see if it was selling. Looks like more buying, honestly, but we're buying and going down. I don't know. This isn't always an accurate thing. You can still buy and go down. Every buy is a sell, every sell is a buy. But we've given most of this back on a lower high. Everyone's bullish on this when we have a fresh daily cross. This is still in a bearish posturing on the 4-hour. The weekly is in a bearish posturing still. It is crossing up, but we've given most of this, well, not most of this pump back. But again, this pump was even on low volume. It was on decreasing volume. It's on a weekly, or I guess not. This one was on increasing volume, but we've had a drop off in volume afterwards. That's what it was. So no, there's no interest up here. All the interest is at least down here, if not lower. And all it takes to verify that we are in a bearish market still, that we are in a bearish trend, that this little uptrend is short-lived, all it takes is for Bitcoin to get below this line at 25,800, which is about $1,500 away. 25.8, 26.8. I guess it's like 1350 away, whatever. But it's not, to me, it's not looking good. There is hope. There's hope that Bitcoin could go up, but until we get this to cross, until we prove that this daily is a false cross, I'm bearish. I'm definitely bearish. We have crossed now for, let's see, for 1, 2, 3, and this is our 4th day. If we can't get back above this ribbon, if we can't get above that yellow line at least, which isn't that far away, it doesn't take much. It really doesn't take much to do. Why isn't it happening? Where's the volume? Where's the volume? Everybody is saying, all the pros are saying that everyone's bearish, but like, who's bearish? All the pros are bullish. And I mean, the pros know what they're doing. So maybe all the pros being bullish is a good thing. Maybe there's a lot of people who don't know what they're doing who are bearish, and maybe that's what they're talking about. I only follow people who are. I mean, we didn't even go through my follow page though. We went on the For You page, so there was a bunch of people. There were some people that didn't even have blue check marks. So it's not like I'm just following people who know what they're doing, who have a big following. I don't know. The point I'm trying to make is I don't think most people are bullish or bearish. I think most people are bullish. They're not bearish. I think we have reasons to be bearish, and I think a lot of the people that are saying everyone's bearish right now, they're ignoring the facts in the charts. They're ignoring the facts in the socials. They're ignoring the crypto fear and greed index. And I don't know. That's basically that. This has been a long rant about how I am bearish on Bitcoin. I do expect lower prices to come. And once Once this cross develops more, especially once Bitcoin closes below 26.7, when it closes below there, and when the weekly gets below 25.7, it's going to be condemning. I feel like I'll be vindicated. Price action on the weekly is looking bullish. The ribbon is not. It has hope. It has hope, just like the 4-hour has hope. But this fresh cross on the daily, it diminishes that hope a lot. The last time we had a cross on the daily, we had dramatic price action decline. And I feel like I'm beating a dead horse again, so I'm gonna stop talking. That's all I got to say. I hope everybody has a good day. Be smart, be safe. If you want to buy crypto and you want to get into Bitcoin, don't let this video deter you. This is not financial advice. Do your own thing. If I've been wrong before, I will be wrong again. I love saying that because it's true. Out of everything I've said in this video, the one truth is that I have been wrong again, and I will be. I've been wrong before, and I will be wrong again. That's the one truth to this whole video. Everything else is just speculation. So take it with a grain of salt. If you have your own game plan, stick to your game plan, but be open to what we're seeing in the charts. We are seeing things that we've never seen before. We are seeing things we've never seen before. We are back below this yellow line. If we went above this yellow line and came back below it on the weekly, that's very bad. That's very bad. And we did that. We're doing that now on the monthly. We have 7 days and 23 hours left. We have 8 days left. Don't get me wrong. A lot can happen in 8 days. But if this daily cross plays out, it's not going to matter how much time we have left. We're going down lower. We're going down lower. That's all I got to say. I'm going to pull up one fib just to look at it. You know, we didn't look at fibs. I love fibs, so let's just do it. Nothing really to go off of here. Maybe we can measure this one. Okay. I mean, this was the last high that sent us to this low. We did bounce off the 618, which is not a good thing. It's an expected thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing either. It's kind of an expectation. In this scenario, you would want to find support on the 382, which is at about 23.5. But again, if we go that low, there's other things to worry about. The weekly and the daily ribbons will be verified that they're bearish still. And we have no volume right now. If volume starts to come in as we're dropping, that's going to just be further evidence that this bear market might not be over, guys. And the idea that the bear market has to be over just because we're already less than a year out from the next halving, I hear the reason behind that. It's a valid point, but it's not enough for me to bet the bank on. It really isn't, especially when we have different environments than we've ever experienced in Bitcoin's history. If we're I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again, and that's the one fact. I mean, that's. I guess there's other facts that I've stated too. I'm just contradicting myself. That's the one thing that I can bet the bank on, is that I've been wrong before and I will be wrong again. I could be right this time. I could be wrong. We'll see. I've been right before. I'll be right again. Whatever. But anyways, take care, guys. Have a good day. If you like my ramblings, leave a like, subscribe, follow me. I'm gonna make more videos all the time. And yeah, thank you for watching.